This is the first one, and I don't know if you can see that there. Maybe if I get my head out of there. And always remember to squeeze the juice. Okay, good morning, guys. It is day 4 out from Showtime. That means it's the first day of depletion. I thought I'd do a bit of a deplete with me, or should I say peak with me, because we're going to be hopefully filming each of the next 4 days, as well as hopefully the day, the big day. So yeah, it's totally different diet than what's been happening up until now. Up until now, it's been pretty much what you've seen earlier in the prep, which has been like rice, greens, chicken, for 2 meals, and then my usual delicious yogurt with protein powder, blueberries, and the Exo Crunch or granola. That has been wonderful. That's actually been amazing. The food that I've been eating through prep has been great. It's just I want more, and you know, I haven't had the dirty little cheat here or there for months. So it's one of those things where I'm just looking forward to having a bit of a dip in my toe into some naughty yummies. But, so today we're depleting. The way I'm depleting is I'm allowed to really push my calories up. I still need to be in a deficit, as I do need to tell the body to still burn fuel, like leave less on the table than I'm putting on there, if that makes sense. So with today's food, I'm trying to go crazy low on carbs, around 50 grams or less, which technically puts me towards almost ketotic or ketogenic adaptive kind of mechanisms in the body, where you start moving into ketosis. So, you know, that's pretty low in my understanding. That's definitely enough to carb deplete on, especially if I get into the gym and squeeze the juice out. So what I'm having today, I'm having 4 of the same meals, more or less. One's on a different type of wrap, but they're 4 wraps of, this is the first one. And I don't know if you can see that there. Maybe if I get my head out of there. Or you can just tilt it down, so you could probably see that a bit better. Also, a big thank you to my partner Bhavani over here, because she did all the prepping and did the experimenting to see if we could get this right. I helped a little bit, but not enough, let's be honest. So big thanks there. So with what's on the plate, it's a tortilla flour wrap, so super low carb, really high fat. It's kind of scary how high fat it is, compared to the fats I've been having. What did I say? Oh, it's an almond flour tortilla. That's what I'm trying to say. And then it's pretty much curried egg with a shitload of paprika. What we've done is we made 2 of these types of wraps. I'm going to have one this morning and one next morning. And then for the rest of the day, we managed to find these high protein, low carb. I think it says they're 5 grams of carbs per wrap, wraps, and I'll have 2 of those per meal after this. And I'm having 4 meals in total. It's 100, or 2 large eggs, so 100 grams of eggs with some Good Guts, or Gevity is the brand, Good Guts healthy mayo, and some curry or paprika. I did 2 batches, or we made 2 batches. Of just a massive load of curried egg, one being, the standard curry, the other one being paprika, because I love my smoked paprika. So we're going to be having this, guys. We're going to be having this 4 times a day, essentially. And I've got some good old Tabasco sauce. So if I want a spicy butthole by the end of the day, it's always a bit fun, isn't it? Just makes things a little bit more exciting, a little bit more different, as this may get bland after the 3rd meal, 4th meal, who knows. So yeah, I've got all that. I've got my cup of joe, as always. I've been really needing that energy kick with the coffees. So that's pretty much the plan, guys. How this really looks on paper when it comes to macros, I've got my Gumbaru app here, which is what I personally use, which is Coach Eugene Teos, if you know who that is. It's his app. That's just what I use to track my macros and whatnot. So with this, my meal, it's 2,580 calories. Bam. So that's definitely still in a deficit. For me to be in a deficit, it's just 3,000 or less, really. My metabolism's actually been pretty rock strong this whole prep. It hasn't died down as fast as or as much as I thought it would. So it's actually quite great. It's probably because of consistency and taking care of myself and cardio altogether. I have, over the day, it's 250 grams of protein, just under 50 grams of fat, carbs, and 122 grams of fat. I don't know if you can see that properly, if it's flipped or not. And each meal consists of 100 grams of large eggs, the 15 grams of Great Guts mayo, 100 grams of chicken breast as well. And then the homemade almond flour wraps have 54 grams of almond flour and 5 grams of ghee. With some psyllium husk in there as well, just to add a little bit of extra fiber and to pretty much have a bit more of a congealing agent to it. And then the rest of the meals are basically the same, but we swap out the almond flour tortillas that Bhavani made with low carb, high protein Be-Free is the brand wraps, and they're for two of those, they're 21 grams, 21 grams protein, 10 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of fat. Now, each meal is roughly the first meal is 750. It's a lot higher with the almond flour when it comes to the fat. And the other meals are about 150 grams calories lower because it's not using the almond flour in those. But essentially, guys, that's it. That's my days for depletion. I'm going to be smashing these over the day, and then I'll jump into the gym later. Later's better because the whole point of this is to squeeze the juice once the juice hasn't come in, if that makes sense. My body's going to be running through this normally, and then at the end of the day, I'm going to squeeze it. And then tomorrow, which is going to be a harder day, let's be honest, because I'm going to be running on empty, hardcore. That's when I'm going to feel the craving for the carbs the most. That's when my brain's going to turn to dog shit. That's where it really helps having Bhavani here to help me. Or a coach or good friends or whoever you have if you've got them in your prep. You're definitely going to want to have a shoulder to lean on to some degree when you're pushing yourself to the limit. And on top of that, just to quickly mention too, because of my protocols, sodium and water loading, I need to make sure that the sodium content of each of these meals are high enough. I'm probably chasing around about 6 grams of sodium or so per day for my sodium load. I'm not exactly on the dot with that because it's kind of eyeballing for me. I know roughly how much is in this meal, and I've just got to kind of eyeball how much I've got to add to it. But then with water, I try to get 5-6 liters to push it all through and make sure that, one, my blood pressure isn't too high, because rocketing sodium, you definitely feel that. But it's temporary, so it's fine. It's chronic high blood pressure, which you've definitely got to correct. Acute's not great either, but hey, we're bodybuilding. We're in prep. It's going to be a tough time. So there you have it, guys. I've already been yammering on for a good 7, nearly 8 minutes. That gives you an idea of what I'm doing today, 4 days out from comp. I'll probably also go in and do a bit of posing practice as well today and tomorrow while I have the energy-ish. Tomorrow's going to be harder, so yeah, probably today most. And my posing routine's pretty much done. I've just got to refine it and then practice it without a mirror more, because that's a big one, guys. A lot of people practice their posing with mirrors, comes to the stage, they fuck up because they can't see themselves, and then they start looking around their body to try and figure out their body's placement because their proprioception's pretty average. So, practicing posing is a key important thing towards the end of peak week as well. Okay, guys, so I'm going to eat this before it gets even colder because I've just been yammering. It's still quite warm, so that's good. Yeah, we'll see how this day goes. I'll give you an update tomorrow. We're hopefully going to be able to do one of these each morning. And then on the morning of, we'll be traveling to an Airbnb Friday morning/midday. We're going to be staying the night there, so I'm all good and ready for the show. I'll even show you all the tanning protocols that I'm doing. I'm doing that myself, and Bhavani's helping me really, because some people go to spray tan, and some people don't know how to do it themselves. So maybe this could be some informative stuff. Save a bit of coin, and it's not as bad as you think. I ain't gonna show you me shaving and exfoliating because that is X-rated, guys. Naughty, if you want that. Check my OnlyFans though. No, I'm joking. But yeah, so ultimately, we'll try to get some updates in. So guys, day 4 out, let's do it.
One shitty depletion workout later. Okay guys, so just finished first day of a depletion. That sucked. Just sitting in the marketplace car park right now. Finally wanted to grab some stuff for food prep for the next couple of days. Yeah, that was a brutal one. Absolutely no smiles from me today at the gym. Yeah, if anyone saw me, I'm not usually like that, but peak week does some things to you. Tell you what, one more day of this shit, and we're good to just chill. So, can't wait.